are mainly for my heart. Basically, without them, I'm dead.
This daily dose of drugs helps Paul Farnhill function.
On your worst days, what's it like?
Painful. I know when I put my foot on the floor, basically, how much pain I'm going to be in that day.
Paul has degenerative diseases that are attacking his spine and his heart. He's in constant pain.
Normal days, I get about on sort of one stick. On the worst days, I have to use two. And that's just to hobble around the house.
Paul also has a history of mental health problems. His doctors have been writing to the Department of Work and Pensions since 1998 to say Paul is not fit to work.
This is my current fitness for work form, what we used to call a sick note. Chronic spinal pain and from degenerative disc disease, ischemic heart disease with reduced exercise tolerance, depression with a history of recurrent overdose, left-sided ulnar nerve palsy. I advise you that you are not fit for work.
More than 350,000 people here in the northwest are on employment support allowance and incapacity benefits. Paul says those benefits are keeping him alive.
Without them, how do you survive on nothing?
By the end of the year, 1 million people will go through the same reassessment process as Paul.
That's from the DWP.
He needed to score at least 15 out of 30 to continue getting £135 a week. He got 0. His support allowance has now gone, and he's far from alone.
What do you think of that?
I can't say that on Tea Time TV.
The government have been quite upfront and said, you know, they want to reduce the benefits payment, the benefit system, and part of that, it looks like it is trying to reduce the number of people who receive the support that they get.
Baroness Gray Thompson is one of Britain's greatest Paralympians and a disability rights campaigner. She says the assessment system needs an urgent overhaul.
It's a real worry how many vulnerable people are needlessly being worried about the assessment and the reassessment process.
In 2013, the government's own figures revealed 1,300 people had died after being told they should start preparing to get back to work. Another 2,200 died before their assessment was complete.
The number of people that you read about at the moment, sort of benefit stop to commit suicide, benefit stop committed suicide. And these are sick and disabled people, they're not scroungers.
Paul says he now intends to appeal. The DWP say their decision was based on a thorough face-to-face assessment and consideration of all the medical evidence he provided at the time. Despite the sick note they have from Mr. Farnhill's doctor, they go on, additional evidence would need to be provided to show how completing work-related activities would affect the customer's health and potentially put them or others at risk. One by one, Paul says his benefits are being turned off, one of society's most vulnerable, pushed ever closer to the edge. Matter